This is John Geiger of Game & Fish magazine. I'm here fishing this lake in northwestern Alabama with Brad Whitehead. There's been a lot of crappie caught today, and I wanted Brad to tell us about his side pulling technique. He's scoring big time, so I think you're going to want to hear about this.
John, this was discovered about 30 years ago, and basically it is a controlled drift. You can do it. I've done it all over the country, and it's really simple. We do look kind of odd with the trolling motor mounted to the side, but the reason we do that, we're able to go with the wind, and we're able to fan our rods out. You can fish up to 8 or 10 rods on this boat in one day with 2 other guys or ladies. And what you're able to do is fish fresh water all day long. I mean, we're covering nearly 24 feet of water, and it's really unique, but it's a great way to put a lot of fish in a boat in an 8-hour or 10-hour day. Yeah,
you have a lot of control over this boat. The wind in our face, it's going just where you want to. We're heading over brush piles, as we can see on the sonar, and it's been putting us on a lot of fish. Now, if you had more guys, one guy could be here and the other guy could be at the bow fishing a few rods, and you have an awful lot of rods out there. They're not getting tangled. You're all moving in a good direction, and it creates a lot of opportunities for catching crappie over brush piles in water that's not too shallow, but some depth to it. You can even do this in deep water.
You can. I pretty much stay in deep water year-round. I believe that the deep water crappie change less during the day, so I'm able to catch them or have a pretty good idea in the morning of where we're going to catch them. The shallow water bite, you can do this technique. You need to be able to fish a lake that's got color. Southern Mississippi, around those areas, the water's got a whole lot more color than it is today, and you're able to fish that shallow water.
Yeah.
But the percentage that I use this technique for is going to be, 99%. I'm going to be in 18-foot or deeper water.
Right. Now, that color aspect is, since we're moving over the brush piles this way, with some color in the water that masks our approach to those brush piles. If the water's too clear, we might spook those crappie.
True, and I tell you, one of the great tips for fishing this way is, a lot of guys, when they spot a rig out the front, they are actually getting to the brush pile before they see it on their sonar. The way this boat is designed, my sonar is to the left of me here, so we're actually, you can see it right now on the depth finder, we're actually going over brush piles and we're seeing them before we actually get to them. So we're able to, it goes back to the control part. I'm able to stop the boat if we need to right on top of the brush piles.
Right. So with a little bit of color in the water and fishing for crappie in brush piles, side pulling is a great way to go about it. Thanks a lot, Brad.
Thank you.
Okay, from Game & Fish magazine, this is John Geiger.